The photography community is buzzing louder than it has in years, and it all comes down to one name: Hasselblad. The legendary brand is preparing what could be the most ambitious leap in medium format imaging yet, with its upcoming model, the X3D 150C camera. Unlike the endless stream of vague chatter that tends to circulate online, this story has credibility. Reliable sources have confirmed that development is underway, and recent filings add even more weight to the claim. This isn't a rumor floating in the air. It's the beginning of a new chapter in digital photography, and professionals around the globe are paying attention. A major clue came when Hasselblad quietly registered a new device, listed under the code HB722, with the FCC in December of 2024. These filings are never done lightly, and as per procedure, the listing is locked under confidentiality for about 6 months. That timing puts the likely reveal somewhere in the middle of 2025, which means the countdown has already begun. For photographers, that timeline is enough to spark real anticipation. Something big is coming, and it could be unlike anything we've seen before. At the heart of the excitement is the sensor, which has the potential to completely redefine what medium format means today. Early information suggests that Hasselblad is working with either a 150-megapixel sensor or, even more astonishing, a 250-megapixel design likely produced by Sony. To put this into context, a 250MP medium format camera would stand among the highest resolution imaging tools ever built. This isn't a minor bump in performance, it's a monumental leap forward, promising detail levels previously unimaginable in a commercially available camera. With such ambitious resolution comes enormous technical hurdles. Processing data from a sensor of that size requires staggering computational power. It's not as simple as attaching a higher megapixel count to an existing body. The processing engine itself would need a complete overhaul. Without a next-generation image processor capable of handling this stream of information, even the most advanced sensor would become impractical in real-world use. Hasselblad knows this, and if it is indeed preparing a 250MP body, it will need to deliver equally powerful processing performance to make it usable. Then comes the issue of storage. Anyone who has worked with 100-megapixel files already knows the strain they place on memory cards and computer systems. Multiply that by 2 or more, and you're looking at file sizes that could overwhelm even high-end setups. For professionals, efficiency is everything, and waiting around for files to transfer or dealing with clogged workflows is not an option. That's why speculation points toward the need for QFX memory card support, expanded internal buffers, and new compression strategies. Without these solutions, the incredible resolution could become a burden rather than a benefit. But assuming Hasselblad balances the technical side, the creative potential of such a camera is extraordinary. A 250MP sensor would give photographers unparalleled flexibility to crop, or frame, and enlarge images without losing clarity. Landscape artists could capture sweeping vistas with minute detail. Fine art creators could produce gallery prints at massive scales. And commercial professionals could deliver images that withstand even the closest scrutiny. Beyond resolution, larger sensors typically provide advantages in tonal depth and dynamic range, qualities that can't be replicated simply by scaling up pixel counts. This is where Hasselblad's reputation shines brightest, with color rendering and tonal nuance that have long been regarded as among the best in the industry. If the X3D 150C camera builds on the legacy of the X2D 150C camera, it won't just be about technical specifications. Hasselblad has always placed equal emphasis on how their cameras feel in use, combining performance with design elegance. But adding a sensor of this magnitude introduces challenges in heat management and battery efficiency. Moving such enormous amounts of data creates thermal pressure, and prolonged shooting could easily lead to overheating if not carefully addressed. Similarly, the battery demands would increase significantly. Professional use requires reliability, and no one wants a camera that cuts out halfway through a session. Whether through a redesigned cooling system, new battery technology, or power optimization, Hasselblad will have to find solutions that make the X3D 150C camera practical as well as powerful. Design is another aspect where Hasselblad is expected to maintain its heritage. The clean lines, solid magnesium alloy body, and minimalist Scandinavian aesthetic have made their cameras as beautiful to hold as they are to look at. yet integrating advanced hardware, new processors, bigger batteries, enhanced cooling often forces compromises in physical form. Will this model grow bulkier than its predecessors? Will the grip be reimagined for better comfort over long shoots? These questions remain unanswered, but the pressure is clear. Hasselblad must keep the ergonomics and tactile simplicity that professionals love, even as the hardware requirements evolve. Autofocus is also in the spotlight. Medium format systems have traditionally lagged behind smaller formats in speed and subject tracking, prioritizing image quality over rapid capture. The X3D camera was a step forward, but it still fell short compared to rivals in fast-paced environments. For the X3D 150C camera to compete in 2025 and beyond, autofocus performance must rise to meet modern expectations. Professionals now demand rapid subject tracking, precise eye detection, and reliable performance even in challenging low light. Features like tracking for vehicles, animals, or unpredictable movement could determine whether this camera finds widespread adoption beyond studio and landscape use. If Hasselblad manages to bridge this gap, the X3D 150C camera could be a true hybrid powerhouse offering extreme resolution without sacrificing speed. That combination could make it far more versatile, appealing to photographers who need a single tool capable of handling everything from still life to action-oriented work. Another frontier for Hasselblad to explore is video. Historically, medium format hasn't been known for motion capture, focusing instead on still photography. But the landscape is changing. Fujifilm's GFX series has already shown that large sensors can produce cinematic quality footage, even reaching into 8,000 territory. For Hasselblad to keep pace, the X3D 150C camera would need to support features like 10-bit internal recording, robust log profiles for color grading, and advanced codecs capable of handling high bitrates. Just as important is thermal stability. Recording high-resolution video for extended periods without overheating is one of the hardest challenges in camera design. If Hasselblad pulls it off, the X3D 150C camera could attract not only photographers but also filmmakers and hybrid creators eager to harness medium format aesthetics for motion projects. Of course, the elephant in the room is price. Hasselblad has never catered to the budget-conscious, and with specifications this ambitious, the X3D 150C camera is almost guaranteed to be one of the most expensive medium format cameras ever made. Fujifilm has proven that medium format can be made more accessible, offering excellent quality at a fraction of Hasselblad's traditional pricing. The question becomes whether the X3D 150C camera can justify its premium cost by offering performance, design, and features that truly set it apart. For top-tier professionals, studios, and institutions, the answer may well be yes, but the broader market will weigh the value carefully. What makes this camera especially significant is what it represents for the industry as a whole. Medium format has long been seen as the domain of slow, methodical photography, ideal for landscapes, portraiture, and studio work, but less suited to dynamic modern workflows. That perception is shifting. Today's professionals want cameras that deliver uncompromising quality while keeping up with the pace of content creation. They want tools that are as capable for motion as they are for stills, that can move seamlessly between genres and workflows. The X3D 150C camera is poised to embody this new philosophy, merging high-resolution tradition with the demands of contemporary creative practice. This is more than a camera, it's a statement of intent. By pushing resolution to unprecedented levels while tackling autofocus, workflow, and hybrid video performance, Hasselblad is signaling that medium format is no longer confined to a niche. It is adapting to the realities of modern creativity, where one project may require stills, video, speed, and reliability all in a single package. As the likely unveiling approaches in 2025, anticipation continues to build. Will Hasselblad succeed in balancing raw technical power with practical usability? Will it deliver a camera that sets new standards without becoming unwieldy in real-world conditions? The answers remain just out of reach, but the excitement speaks for itself. The X3D 150C camera has already captured the imagination of the photography world, and if it delivers on even a fraction of its promise, it could become a landmark in the evolution of medium format. In the end, what makes this story so compelling is not just the potential specifications but the larger vision it embodies. Hasselblad isn't merely chasing numbers, it's aiming to create a tool that expands the creative horizon. Resolution, color, ergonomics, speed, and versatility, these are the building blocks of the future, and the X3D 150C camera appears ready to bring them together in a single, ambitious package. For professionals who have been waiting for the next big leap, this may well be it. And when the curtain finally lifts, the entire industry will be watching closely to see whether Hasselblad has once again set the bar for what is possible.